are still confident that Wall Street is going to pick up the baton from the middle class? Because recently, the dip that we've seen in prices has a lot of people in sort of pop culture thinking that this could be the end for Bitcoin.
Yeah, so well, the dip that you're talking about is actually nothing new for Bitcoin. As far as percentage terms go, if we look at it historically, we've seen these type of pullbacks before. And definitely Wall Street is getting involved, and they're building the bridges as we speak. Whether they're going to go full-on bull, full-on bear, we don't know. But the important thing is that they're ready to take on and to inject new liquidity into this market, which at least should even things out.
Welcome to it. Sit down, buckle up, and let's get ready to go around the world and across the web in our weekly one-on-one with the CEO and founder of Quantum Economics, Matty Greenspan, where folks have been asking the advisor since, well, at least 2018 from that appearance there on Bloomberg. Even the folks at Bloomberg are asking the advisor.
Hey, Matt, I can't believe it. We made it to episode 10. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody, for your support, the engagement, the questions, likes, and retweets. Those are always highly appreciated and very helpful. Yeah, so what I've been watching lately is Bitcoin dominance, and it's been creeping up lately. As you notice, when Bitcoin has been kind of flat or consolidating, there have been a bunch of altcoins that have just been deep red, and it's very apparent. And Bitcoin dominance just testing that 55% level. I believe that as this bull run progresses, Bitcoin will more and more be taking center stage, especially with the ETFs, especially with the runes and the ordinals and all the stuff that's being built on top of Bitcoin. It is all very exciting.
Matty, good morning. It's Guy in London. What will it take to convince central banks that Bitcoin has a future and should be part of the financial system? I'm looking at the Reserve Bank of Australia's Mr. Lowe this morning talking about Bitcoin being a terrible means of payments and a speculative mania. What will it take to convince those central bankers, do you think?
Pleasure to meet you, Guy. Well, Bitcoin is a global payment system which operates independently of the central banks. So it really relies on the power of the crowd and the power of its users.
Kind of a throwback right there to ask the advisor since 2018. Even the folks at Bloomberg have been hitting up our guy, Matty Greenspan. Now you have a chance as well to ask the advisor. Drop your comments below and we'll get to them in the days and weeks to come. First up for you, Matty, is Sam on X. He wants to know, are there signs to look out for when it comes to investing in meme coins? And how can I successfully avoid a rug pull?
Yeah, really excellent question, Sam. Thanks for asking. And the answer will shock you. If it has the label meme coin, so your alarm bells should already be ringing. Sorry to disappoint, these are just facts. 99% of meme coins are going to drop by more than 99% at some point. You hear a lot about people who have become millionaires off meme coins. You don't hear a lot about millions of people who keep trying out meme coins and keep losing money. That's just the nature of the game. Meme coins, by definition, don't generally have a lot of utility. Of course, there are very few exceptions to the rule, and those are the ones who've amassed enough wealth collectively to kind of take that wealth and put it to good use and provide some sort of network or some sort of a value. And, you know, that's maybe 1 in 1,000 or so. So are there red flags? Sure. Look at who are the names that are propping it up. If you don't recognize any of the names of the people out there shilling it, that's probably not a great sign. But even if there are people whose names you recognize, you know, there are some people in this industry who've worked hard to earn a reputation for only shilling projects that are great. So try and gravitate towards those type of people. You also be cognizant of faulty logic or even grammatical mistakes. If there are unintentional spelling errors on the website, that's one thing. Also look at the tokenomics and try and understand what and how this token is supposed to be used in the future. I'm not trying to be a party pooper or anything. I've held Dogecoin since 2014. I've also held Pepe, Floki, WIF, you name it, but always on low risk. Of course, the regular disclaimers always apply. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose, and always do your research.
All right, Mr. Greenspan, here's another one off X. Danny wants to know, the bigger question is regarding stable coins. Are stable coins more likely to be a scam and end up causing more damage? If they're backed by fiat dollars and the dollar is going down in value, then what does that mean about stable coins?
Yeah, I've always said about stable coins ever since they were first invented that you get all of the risks and the volatility of cryptocurrencies and none of the advantages. And indeed, there are a long list of failed stable coins. Chain SEC lists 23 failed stable coins to date. The most famous of which is, of course, Terra Luna, which collapsed in May of 2022, bringing the rest of the market down with it. It's very possible that had Terra Luna not collapsed, Celsius and FTX might still be in business today, though I'm not really sure about that either. But it did play a very big part in their downfall. They do have a use case, however, in DeFi. So if you're looking for yield within DeFi and you want to measure that against yield in fiat currency, there's only one real way to do that, which is with stable coins. I have never personally held stable coins as any major part of my portfolio for any extended period of time, but I also try not to hold fiat currency for any extended period of time either, so that's just me. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of stable coins is their gaining prominence in international trade. International trade primarily works on the US dollar, and due to whatever sanctions and embargoes the US government has imposed on various countries, many countries are finding that stablecoins are a great way to get around that. So I guess F you, Uncle Sam, or something like that. All in all, investors should weigh the risk versus the reward before jumping into anything. If you don't have a pressing need for stablecoins, I would say just stay out of it. Overall, they are gaining in traction over time, and there are now approximately $155 billion worth of value in the various stablecoins, particularly Tether and USDC at the top. I would assume that this trend is going to continue, but unfortunately there isn't a real clear-cut way of investing in it.
The excitement and the anticipation continues as we draw closer to that Bitcoin halving. Ask the advisor from around the world and across the web, the CEO and founder of Quantum Economics, Matty Greenspan, answering your questions when it comes to investing in digital assets, blockchain, and Bitcoin mining. Look no further than the team at Quantum Economics online, quantumeconomics.io, and Quantum Expeditions. Remember, be smart, be safe, stack sats, and hodl. Now, that's not financial advice, but it's a darn good life suggestion.